Nailed it. I think our mics are live too. Oh, yours is probably live.
Mine's off. I turned mine off.
Yo, cheat on your own stream or no balls. Now you told them my strat, man. Come on.
So how come Biggs has 22 shields anyway?
Because they're really good at designing those games.
And out of brothers? Okay, so as long as you'd like to, shut up. Alright, so the audio is going out, is not going out.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah, audio's like, they can't hear us, the world can hear us.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Just so that, like, if they take a break from talking, it just wouldn't go like,
Yeah, that's fine. I just wasn't sure.
so don't say anything your mother wouldn't want to hear.
If I don't like my mother.
True. Valid point. Did the timer go? Andrea, are we good? 40 seconds to start? Okay. We'll wait.
Did you want to cut the damage there?
Oh, yeah, we should probably shuffle in the things and stuff.
I shuffled, but I don't feel the need to cut your deck.
Thank you. That way my fate's my own, huh? It's like, you did that to yourself, son.
Yeah, I didn't put all the blinded pilots followed by the direct hits together.
Should be some really awful format where the only thing in the decks are major exposed and direct hit. Some alt format.
It's like a pinochle deck.
Yes. Everything is banned.
Oh, this two are green.
Puts in some of the really worst ones from the
This two.
damage deck.
You lose your EPT.
Okay, we are back for the last round of Swiss.
Let's have
Hooray!
Yay! And there's the handshake. So we've got our host, Dion.
Does he have a nickname, a call sign? Or
Host.
Host. Gold Squadron host.
And then we've got John Hall opposite him. So Dion is not flying Scum, and he's also not flying U-boats.
Yeah, the chat has already been commenting. Oh, look, he went from Paratani to Fairship Rebel.
Well,
Like,
yeah, that's fair.
You know, one annoying list to another.
Yeah, pretty much.
I told them they should harass him for it.
Oh, absolutely.
On the
Have
Facebook
at
page.
it. Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it on. We record tomorrow night, so we'll talk about it there
Excellent,
too.
excellent.
So hi, Marcel. Marcel's coming over here to wave at us.
Yeah, did you have a game to play?
Yeah, right. Like, go be serious, bro.
Marcel is facing against 4 TIE aggressors. It looks like
It is TIE aggressor spam.
Oh, it's a second quad TLT of the day.
Oh, it's the
Wow.
Imperial Quad TLT. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
happening.
We'll
Have
see
fun
what-
with that, bro.
Yeah, well, if we can, with this tables right in front of us, we'll give you updates as it's
Yeah.
going.
Okay, so Dion is playing against John Hall, John is playing the Scum Captain Nim with kind of similar to what we had before with the Genius and cruise missiles and bomb generator. Also has long-range scanners to be able to take that target lock at any range, I believe is how that card works.
Anything outside of range 2, I want to say.
And then the Auto Blaster turret. And he's also got Dengar with Unhinged, Expertise, the Punishing one for the extra die, and K4.
Yeah, so expertise on Dengar is just brutal, right?
Yeah,
Like getting those modifications on the hit and the retaliatory hit. It's awesome.
It's value for sure. It's kind of like what marksmanship was for Han Solo way back in the day.
Marksmanship, yeah, right.
The card that nobody plays anymore.
I know. Yeah, because you have a 4-point EPT and
that guarantees a
expertise.
crit.
That's
Yeah,
way
exactly.
better.
Yeah, it's way better.
So
we're kind of getting underway here.
And then on Dion's side, of course, you can see his Fairship Rebels build. He puts Tactician on low Rick, so that should be interesting for a little bit of control. But otherwise, it's kind of the classic. You have Biggs, you have Lowrick in there with Selflessness, Just Pava withdraw their fire. I was noticing in the chat some people were saying that the typical build has those switched, which pilot they're on. I don't know that it makes too big of a difference. You could correct me if I'm wrong, chat. And then Captain Rex. So just, like we saw in our first round, a lot of ways to spread damage around and really give your opponent just a lot of bad choices on who they're going to fire at.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're getting underway here. It looks like John is just being pretty aggressive, going right up that corridor there.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here, if this is just going to be a quick joust and a pass over, or if Dion's going to try and do a hard turn to the right there and
yeah, so we see Nim
disengage.
get a target lock there with long-range scanners on Lowrick. And then
I think Dengar was measuring for a lock too.
Dengar, I think, is just attacking.
Oh, Dengar's just doing Dengar things. Okay, fair enough. So it looks like 2 damage is going through.
Looks like it. I want to say that was on...
I think that was Dengar shooting at the tie.
Was it 3 dice or 4? He only rolled 3 dice, though, so it might have been on the... on Jazz? No, because he would have rerolled. I'm not sure. We'll... looks like they're...
Chat might be able to confirm this for us
figuring something out. Oh, no, it must have been on the tie. You're right, because 2 actual damage cards went through. So quick 2 damage on Rex here.
Okay. Looks like measuring for range from that back row of Biggs and Lowrick.
At Dengar?
I think that's Biggs. I would think that's closest to us in the back. I would think that's Biggs, and then on the other side of the of Rex, I believe, is Jess.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Oh, yeah, Dion is flying that black T-70 model for Jess.
For Jess.
Chat rightly pointed out that I forgot to type in engine upgrade on Dengar. I'll try to get that corrected in the next few minutes here. But yeah, that's how Dengar was able to boost forward. Looks like Dengar has that suppressive fire condition on him.
Oh, sorry. I'm depressed.
Rolling 1 less die. That's what that is, right? If I remember.
If you're shooting anyone but Rex.
Yeah.
So 1 gets through?
1 gets through.
Which is probably why Dengar just went at Rex from the get.
And it's just an easy ship to take out, really. Only 3 hulls, so if you could just wipe something off the board
if he
right
attacks it and it attacks back and Dengar gets to do Dengar things, he might just take it right off the board.
And then looks like Dion put down the Selflessness card to show that he's spreading some of the damage around.
That looks like 3 hits.
That
was a cocked die, yeah. So it looks like 3 hits.
It could have been a Jess reroll.
Oh, it could have been a Just reroll. Yeah. I thought it was a hit, though, unless maybe it was a focus.
Shields are gone.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. Paint looks like paint when you're this far away on the
that's
camera.
Right. That's right. Okay, and back to Dial.
Yeah.
So,
Now let's see if we can get the engine up on Dengar without
Yeah.
breaking things.
yeah, that's always
No
a challenge.
promises.
That's always a challenge, isn't it?
So while John's working on that, as far as where these guys are going to go from here, I mean, I think Nim is probably still going to kind of inch on up there. In a way, I'm a little surprised that he got Dengar so close. I mean, he might just kind of inch Dengar up there too. It's a little risky having all those shots on him, but I don't know how much he's going to prioritize being able to get his free shot. But he's in a little bit of an awkward spot there with those rocks. I mean, I don't know that he could clear a hard one where he's at. He might have to kind of bank past those guys and go around that rock before he can. I really think that hard one is going to put him very, very close to that one rock. So
Yeah, and like we said, it is sort of a bit awkward for John to be jousting here. Maybe a little surprising. I mean, we'll see. Dengar and Nim can certainly put out a ton of damage, so maybe that's just part of his plan.
yeah, I feel like that rebel list, just, all it wants to do is just joust, though. So
Yeah.
I guess I don't know the list well enough to know its weaknesses in terms of what it can't out joust.
Yeah, well, it's hard because you have just being able to boost, Rex being able to barrel roll. You have some great blockers in this list, and so I think Dion is going to try to just get into John's face and just prevent actions. I mean, of course, Dengar still gets the modifications from expertise, even if he bumps. But if you're preventing boosts, preventing barrel rolls.
Absolutely. I mean, preventing modifications is huge.
Yeah, that all adds up. Right, he has a K4 security droid, he has expertise, so maybe he figures he's getting those modifications anyway. But still, if you're taking actions away, that adds up.
Then we'll go Biggs.
Okay, so Jess kind of did a bank in. Rex went up. They both focused.
And so it kind of does look like he's setting up a fence here
Yeah.
with Jess and Rex to try to get some blocks in on Dengar. Maybe
Yeah.
Dengar will do a turn, a one turn, we'll see. But Dengar also wants
Reinforce.
ships in arc. Because
Right.
that's
That
how
triggers his ability.
Yeah,
Right.
so turning away here is not necessarily in John's favor.
Oh, he turns away.
Okay.
And that one bank, that hard one does fit in there. Okay. And then he's going to boost around that rock and get out of arc.
Okay, so
That's fair.
That's a pretty good
That is a
play.
good
And then
move.
Dengar's still getting his shots, so not bad here.
Yeah, I didn't see that would be feasible from this angle of the camera with that large spaceship. That looked a little tight.
That's why
But-
we're sitting here. And
they
and
get the better view.
They're sitting at the top table, yeah. So Chad was saying that suppressive fire actually should have been removed already because Dengar did shoot at Rex. I'm not entirely clear what happened there, unless Dengar was shooting back at someone else. I'm a little bit confused about the sequence of events there, but it looks like that suppressive fire is still on Dengar at the moment, either if they forgot it or if he was actually shooting at a different ship besides Rex.
Yeah, I don't think they forgot it because they specifically picked it up from the table and put it on Dengar.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was. That must be correct.
Yeah.
And it must be a trigger for them to remember that it's still there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Because I know Dion put it on the table and then he moved it from the table on top of Dengar.
Yeah, so they
So
they definitely
I'm
have
thinking
it in
that was
mind.
relevant.
Yeah,
This over to Biggs. Cool.
and so we have Nim coming up here. Nim is kind of continuing to joust while Dengar kind of floats away a little bit, but will still be able to shoot with his primary turret.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Nim is going to like being there in the face of 4 arcs. Seems questionable. I mean, the next turn, hopefully, Nim can just kind of
that's 5 dice.
blow past people a little bit and start dropping some bombs, but
On to 4
I'm a little surprised. I know that Nim has the auto blaster turret, but so that looks like 4 hits. And is that 2 evades?
Hard to tell with the glare, but we'll see how many.
Definitely paint, obviously. Well, looks like he's spending a token, so that's probably 2. Oh no, is that an evade? Oh, that's a reinforce. So he's adding an evade.
Then we're going to draw their fire to get rid of crit.
So somebody is taking
That's
one to shield.
Yeah.
That is all I can do. Yeah, so
Still takes 2.
Probably.
Maybe at bigs because you have to shoot at bigs.
Yeah,
if
if
you
they're all in
can.
range 1.
Yeah, so that could have been a shot on.
So 2 shields is what is resolved from that.
Okay.
His shot. This is now Dengar's turn.
yeah, sorry.
Dengar's range. Does that look like 2 to you? You want to roll?
Bigs, it's probably 2. Yes.
Dengar
And you're shooting 2
shooting
dice.
at bigs.
Right.
3 dice.
2 dice. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like a
2 dice.
hit focus, which he turned with expertise.
And relevant here
And
that he's only
1
throwing
damage card is getting through.
He's only throwing 2 dice because of that suppressive fire condition, and then 1 damage getting through to big. So the shields must have been removed prior, and then
Yeah.
now 1 damage total.
Let's go Lorik first.
So Biggs has
3.
1 damage and 1 assault.
We're going to do that because that corner? Yeah. 3 straight to a rock.
Okay.
3 on.
And I'm thinking, is it Biggs that's up first, right?
Either bigs or Lorik
Or
have the
Lorik.
same pilot skill.
Okay.
And Bigs.
It must have been Lowrick that was first.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep, 2 rock.
Okay.
So now it looks like Biggs is going at Dengar
And he will spend it for hit crit.
for 2 hits,
And 1 evade.
1 evade. So 1 blink.
1 crit.
Oh,
Stabilizer.
Do a white. Get a
And a crit, so we must have missed some damage on the first pass.
yeah.
Which makes sense because Dengar was out in front.
Yeah.
So probably took some shots that we didn't account for.
Yeah.
I'll run over after this round and get the damage numbers
Second if it's range 2 or 3.
and figure out what that crit is.
Oh wait, Captain Rex got to shoot first. Sorry.
No worries.
Do that first. So that's range. And 1 crit.
Okay, this must be a shot from Rex.
Would be my guess at Nim. 1 evade.
Evaded.
And that suppressive fire now comes off. Oh, no, it's going to... Okay, so that
Going to
suppressive
Nim.
fire is going to Nim. Oh, there we go.
And then they're measuring for Jess.
Yep.
Can you hold a rock? That's
Looks... Well, it's obviously hard for us to tell if that's going to hit 3.
That template looks like it's moving.
It's moving pretty
I
easily.
think
so.
Dion is really trying to make it range 2, but I'm thinking it's range 3.
I'm thinking it's range 3 too. He's right to try and plink away at Dengar while Dengar's facing the other way, though. So that's
Yeah, that's
definitely the
right.
right decision.
Okay.
Reroll with Jess. Yeah, that's fine. Same result.
Spend
Spend the focus, get 3. Dengar
2 evades, so
evades,
takes 1.
Takes 1.
All right, I'll go check out the damage numbers. Dengar might be down to 3 hull, but
think so.
I will confirm that.
So from here, Dengar might be in a little bit of a rough spot. He's probably actually, now that I'm thinking that he's got that engine, he's probably going to hard 1 back around that rock and then boost around, would be my guess, and come up the back from everybody. He won't be able to trigger his ability, which kind of sucks, but Yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of see. And then Nim, obviously, over there is with the suppressive fire. Maybe Nim now is going to try and start dropping bombs. So maybe Nim will kind of try to push through and drop a couple bombs. Get in the way a little bit, potentially trying to deal some damage. As far as Dion, I mean, it feels like Dion's doing exactly what he wants to do with this list. You can see he's barely moved since the start of this game. So it feels like John is kind of playing on Dion's terms a little bit. Maybe just wasn't quite as patient with this list. We'll kind of see how this plays out.
Okay, so a couple more damage numbers that we didn't account for. So Jess has taken 1, probably from a draw their fire
That makes sense.
trigger. Rex has taken 2, got that. Biggs is down to 2. Lowrick has taken 1, I think, from a selflessness. And on the other side, Dengar is down to 3 hull, has a loose stabilizer crit, which gives you a stress if you execute a white maneuver. And Nim is full health. So Dengar's been focused down a little bit here, which is pretty important.
Yeah, I was just trying to think what he can do to re-engage and trigger his ability.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe just a 2-turn and then see if a boost will help you.
I mean, I think he can re-engage and get them in arc, but they're not going to be attacking him. So,
Right. Yeah.
because he's going to be up behind them, he's going to be flanking them.
Yeah, which is not a
So-
bad place to be in. But
No,
when
but
you're
certainly when you're Dengar, you want
yeah.
to trigger Dengar's ability.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what John's plan was doing this with Dengar. I mean, he seemed to rather expertly weave through those rocks and dodge those arcs, but at the same token, maybe that should have been Nim's role. Maybe he should kind of flopped the strategy between Nim and Dengar.
Although, since Dengar has been focused down already, if Dion is forced to switch to Nim, that could kind of work to John's advantage too, because then he's splitting his damage between the 2 ships.
That's true.
So maybe this is just a way to... Oh, so we have Jess turning in here.
Going for the
So-
block there.
Yeah, so this could be... all this discussion could be irrelevant if Jess is right there in arc. Then
Well,
we'll see.
I don't know that she'll be in arc. It'll depend on what kind of a turn he did.
Yeah, if he's turning.
If he did a hard one, they'll both be in each other's arcs. But if he did anything more than that,
or if
it
he's
might be
just
close.
Going straight here. Even.
Or if he's going straight, yeah.
No, because I got.
Yeah, go 3 hard.
Yeah, so I start with 1.
Interesting. Okay.
I start with 1 because he went first.
So Dion is definitely going hard at Dengar right now. I don't know that she's gonna get a shot though. Where she's positioned. I mean, if she's just gonna try to follow Dengar,
Right.
or
kinda-
he, I should say, it's Rex.
Right. Yeah, true.
I mean, wherever Rex goes now is probably not getting a shot.
Okay, we have Biggs doing a 2-turn as well.
Well, maybe he will now if he's just kind of creating this big blockchain here.
So Nathan Wilcock on the chat points out, I'm sure Dengar would rather not get shot at all than trigger his ability, especially with only 3 hull remaining. So that's a good point. Could be just a way to protect Dengar a little bit, keep him alive later into the fight. Especially he has all these modifications and repositioning. If you could kind of get away and reposition yourself better, then that'll work to John's advantage.
Not looking like that now, though. Dion seems to have set a booby trap for Dengar.
So we have a, what do you call it? Advanced sensors barrel roll before Nim moves.
Oh, you're right.
So we've seen all sorts of system upgrades on Nim. We've seen, obviously in this game, we have advanced sensors, we've seen accuracy corrector, and we've seen fire control systems. So interesting choices there with systems.
Yeah.
That said, Nim just bumps here into Lowrick, but is still going to.
It's not a bad call though, because she's gonna drop that bomb right in everybody. She's definitely gonna hit Rex.
Yeah.
But what's more is Lowrick. Obviously, Lowrick is would likely go at Dengar at this point, especially if, Jess and Rex. If Rex ends up without a shot and it's just Jess. But everybody's gonna get a shot.
Okay, Dengar won straight here, so did not turn in.
So he's probably gonna boost in some way to get a little bit farther range.
Yeah.
I mean, or do you barrel roll and try and get out of one of them?
Yeah, if you barrel roll towards the near side of the board, then you're kind of getting some distance at least.
Yeah, if you barrel roll over towards Dion, I should say, you probably get out of Rex. So, or you're just gonna target lock.
Just target lock.
Okay, sure, go for it, bro.
Oh, that could have been a K4 security droid target lock. I'm not sure if the one straight is green.
It's so rare that I see a Jumpmaster do a one straight.
That's
it
right.
was. Yep,
so,
you're right.
And then the barrel roll kind of towards the near side of the board.
Sorry, that was stupid.
Yeah, so just trying to create some distance there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna get him out of Lowrick.
Yeah, it's close. I'm constantly surprised by how long that range 3 ruler reaches. I always think I'm out, and then it just nips the corner. So we'll see here. Either Dengar or Nim is gonna shoot first after that bomb goes off.
Yep.
Everybody else gets
And so they're measuring range 1 to see who gets hit by the bomb.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably gonna be Lowrick and Rex.
choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
We'll go here first.
Okay, so rolling for Rex first. That looks like 2
double.
hits.
Rex is off.
And Rex is off.
That's brutal.
The condition is clear.
So yeah, the suppressive fire will stay until
It,
the end of the next round, I think.
it might specifically say if Rex dies, it goes away. I can't remember how that's worded.
At the end of the bomb detonation, but since I can't shoot you in that time, it just sort of goes away now.
I like how when I Google things now and I start typing in X-Wing words, it automatically just starts filling in the rest of the word because my Google history is just all Star Wars and X-Wing things.
One just took one, and Rex took 2. Yep.
It's pretty funny.
Did he get his cards?
Okay, so I think another damage was rolled. I'm going to guess that was on Lowrick. We'll confirm that.
Okay, so suppressive fire reads: when attacking a ship other than Captain Rex, roll 1 for your attack die. When you declare an attack targeting Captain Rex, or when Captain Rex is destroyed, remove this card. So you're right. At the end of the combat phase, if Captain Rex did not perform an attack this phase, remove this card. So yeah, as soon as Rex is destroyed, that suppressive fire comes off.
All right, I think we have Dengar shooting now at Biggs. So
Reroll for
spending a target
1.
lock and then getting expertise. So only 2.
Looks like that's going to be 2 unless Dion spends that focus.
He's probably considering if he can spread damage around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can save him. I can. With the droid. If you hit.
I'm not sure what the discussion is.
Yeah,
You see Dion gesturing,
spending the focus.
spending focus.
So taking 1.
This evade token belonged to.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes.
Clearing the board
So I'm
of
just
some
going to
excess
auto
tokens
blast your
there.
Biggs because why not?
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
and I'm assuming this is Nim.
Nim with the auto blaster.
Yep.
turret.
Other fire. Actually,
And that looks like 2. Can't really tell. It looks like 2 hits. I just can't tell what Dion rolled paint. I just
But
not sure what
yeah,
it is.
If it's the auto blaster, though, it goes through anyway.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
So he might be trying. Oh, I heard a judge call.
Yep, that's Dion calling for a
That's
judge.
Dion calling for a judge.
So pause.
So I'll run over there and see what the discussion is all
Yeah,
about.
absolutely.
And, see what's
With
going
draw their
on.
Fire, are you allowed to? So Biggs is about to suffer a crit. Can I see what the crit is before I draw the fire?
So this has definitely been an interesting turn here. I felt like Dion was going into this turn pretty well ahead. I felt like with Dengar kind of on the ropes, but taking Rex off, and it looks like a lot of damage is going to end up getting punched through on Biggs. So see Dion kind of flirting with a damage card there.
What happens to this card if I just do the shield?
So we'll see what's going on here. Got about 47 minutes left in the round to go here. About halfway through.
Can't go straight. Okay.
So is that an auto blaster turret?
Yeah.
Yes. Which sadly did not auto blast. It just blasted.
It just blasted. No auto blast.
If it would have auto blasted, I'd been so much happier.
Okay, so
expertise that allows you to convert it back to
he attacked with the auto blaster turret. Actually threw 2 crits.
Should we call it the Dion?
So they're trying to figure out how draw their fire works, because with draw their fire, you can spread a crit damage to
The ship withdraw their fire,
the ship
right?
withdraw their fire. So they're trying to figure out how it works. If you draw the crit, like see what the crit is, and then decide if you're gonna move that damage to the other ship. But if it does, then it's just taking something. It's just taking a damage away for Jess's shield. But if the actual crit, condition goes through, then Jess would end up with a crit.
Right.
So they're looking up to see exactly how draw their fire is supposed to work. If it just takes one off of shield, or goes actually the critical damage actually goes through.
Okay.
So we'll check out in a second what they decided. It looks like Dengar is taking some more damage, possibly. Yeah, it looks like they're measuring Jess to Dengar now to see if that's in range.
Just enough.
And Jess will take a range 3 shot.
Yep.
You have 2 dice, right?
I do.
And spend that for hit crit.
All right, and more damage coming in here on Dengar. So
3, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a
Dengar's
dead Dengar.
done. That's huge.
So Dengar is down. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Is Ron available?
I have no idea. Probably. So we'll see if we can get Ron over here to kind of confirm how that judge call worked out. But Dengar is off the board. That's a big one for Dion. I think that makes this much more manageable for him, with Nim being the only remaining one. He's just going to have to be careful not to trail Nim, I think, and just kind of start having to eat bombs for breakfast. That doesn't sound like a great plan. So we'll see how this shakes out. I wouldn't be surprised if Dion just kind of does some 4K turns here to stay engaged.
Yeah, so the chat was right, and Ron eventually got the call right that draw their fire is resolved before any damage is actually dealt. So you don't actually get to see what the crit is. You just decide if you're going to spread it to the draw their fire, the ship with draw their fire, then it just goes straight to them, and in this case just took one off of Jess's shield.
Nim is clean. He always uses cruise missile.
No, sorry, I was just counting the points. Sorry, I'm bad at math, so I had to triple check.
Okay, so getting into the nitty gritty here. Lots of blood has been spilt.
That's right. So with Nim here, I don't know if you try to turn and then drop another bomb, maybe? Kind of turn.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I feel like Dion's play here might be to either just do banks through that asteroid field and kind of come around for a repositioning, or maybe just do 4Ks with Jess and Biggs to stay engaged.
My brain thinks in shenanigans.
Yeah, I feel like Nim should probably kind of chase after those guys with the hope of still getting shots and maybe eventually be able to drop a bomb that's relevant.
Yeah, that's right.
And impact
Yeah,
Dion's decisions.
Yeah, so Lowrick can't turn around easily, so he has John has that to his advantage. Jess, of course, has the option to tail and roll or K-turn to get turned around, and Biggs, of course, can K-turn. So I think either way, John has a lot of arcs pointed at him, but
Yeah.
if he can kind of position himself, maybe sort of barrel roll. Of course, he has the option to barrel roll before moving as well, so that could work. And like you said, taking advantage of bomblet generator to get some damage through.
Yeah, I think Dion probably would be better served to kind of split his team a little bit here to form a little bit of a kill box around
Sure.
Nim, just to minimize the impact of those bombs.
Yeah, that's right. And then also, of course, Nim has auto blaster turret, so
Yeah, don't be in range one.
you want to avoid that too if possible.
Okay, so it looks like we're finalizing those dials there.
Checking. Alright. I think we'll live with it. Alright. Jess?
And we're ready. Here we go.
So it looks like Jess is moving first and doing a 4K turn.
It would look like that.
Yes.
Yep.
4K turn. All right. Sort of makes sense.
Absolutely. Big's also doing the 4K turn.
All
There we
right.
go.
So yeah, like you said, kind of a kill box situation here. Of course, they get stressed, but still throwing 3 dice against a 1 agility ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lowrick just nice and easy.
Yeah.
So Dion is really hoping Nim ends up right there in between everyone.
Yeah, it'd be nice for him. We'll see. Maybe if nothing else, Lowrick kind of clogs up his planning for
Right.
his move.
Sure.
Not sure what we're waiting on. I guess maybe he's deciding whether or not he wants to advance sensor.
That would be my guess. Yeah. Chumbalaya in the chat says it's a kill box, but who's actually getting killed? We'll have to see. We'll have to see where Nim
We'll
ends
see
up.
it. We'll see if Nim ends up in the box or not.
And okay,
She's
dropping
gonna drop a bomb behind. Okay, that's an interesting spot to drop one. Lowrick might be in there.
You move me.
I don't know. We'll see.
And so you have 11 dice rolled?
Well, that's yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Nim is right up in that kill box.
Yeah, so it looks like all 3 ships.
All
will
3
be
ships are
able
going to be able to shoot, assuming that. Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't look like it's. Oh, maybe it is going to bump.
Okay.
So that's relevant.
So they're saying that I'm guessing that it they couldn't lock it into
Yeah,
the pegs
couldn't lock it
there.
in there. So
So some very, very close maneuvering here.
yeah, I'm sure Dion wishes he landed.
Oh yeah, of course. And I mean, it's Dion. Dion's the one who's actually moving the ship, so
Yeah.
he knows best
Yeah.
how they ended up.
It'll be interesting though, because now that he didn't clear,
Well, wait. Kabooms.
Oh, kabooms.
he
Kabooms
might
and abuse.
be in range one of his own bomb.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see.
See what happens here.
No, it looks like they just measured
Ooh, brutal.
Loric.
2 shields.
2 shields off of Lowrick.
Yep. 3 dice on Jess.
Yep.
So we would have to be.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Just pick good. I'm going to shoot 3 dice.
Bombs are doing work.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. It's definitely the strength of Nim. Just being able to drop those bombs every single turn. So I'm
Nothing.
guessing Nim is shooting and nothing.
It looked
Ouch.
like a bunch of eyeballs.
Okay, well, so now we have Biggs.
Range 2. Looks like 1.
1.
At range 3.
Yep.
And that must be range 3. Oh, but blanks. Okay, so Nim takes 1.
Jess.
1 shield.
So, range 2.
It looked ranked like 2, but
No rerolls. 'Cause everybody's too far away.
okay.
I need my friends.
3 dice. Oh, that looks like 3 hits.
Apparently, she doesn't need her friends.
And
And
an evade.
nothing.
So, 2 shields.
2 more shields.
Oh, it wasn't evade. I thought it was a focus. Okay, so yeah, 2 more shields.
And this goes bank to Rick.
So getting there.
Yeah, definitely. With 1 agility on Nim, she can go down pretty. Or he. Is Nim a he or a she?
I have no idea. I think I've been saying she, but I could
I think
totally
it-
be
I
wrong.
think he might actually be a he.
It's Caitlin.
Nim, 1 agility, can go down pretty fast with these 3 attack dice ships focusing on Nim.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll kind of see. These guys are all a little bit susceptible to another bomb being dropped behind Nim right now.
Absolutely.
So we'll see kind of what Dion does with his maneuvers. I mean, he might want to try and just do some 1 forwards and clog up the board a bit.
And the 1 forwards would clear the stress too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And just stay out of range of that bomb that he could drop behind him, and maybe try for something else on the next turn. Maybe this is a good time for him to just kind of hard 2 back into those asteroids and clear stress later.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see again with the bombs and with the auto blaster turret.
Yeah,
Nim,
exactly.
Nim kind of wants to stay close. So
Yep, exactly. But again, you're just really seeing the power of being able to drop those bombs every turn and impacting your decision making with choosing your maneuvers. That advanced sensors on Nim is definitely going to be very relevant.
yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a good play here. Good thinking on John's part, especially when you're going against a list with 4 ships in it that are trying to force bumps. Being able to take your action, whether it be a barrel roll or anything else, before moving, especially if you're going to bump, that's just a good action economy. So it looks like just clears the stress there. Takes a focus action. Next up is either Biggs or Lowrick.
Then we're gonna go.
Looks like he's picking up Lowrick style.
Oh,
Sorry. Put that.
yeah, they can kind of fix that.
It's late in the day.
Yeah, and they can kind of fix that a little bit. Those hooks are gonna get stuck on things.
Yeah.
Just kinda is what it
And
is.
I mean,
they can approximate that.
You
before
know
move
that
it.
Nim bumped last turn.
Right, exactly.
And so, you can figure it out. Lowrick kind of just nestles in there,
Interesting. Okay.
kind of giving a high five to Jess as they pass each other.
Yep. They don't cross the streams.
And Biggs here doing a 1 straight, clearing the stress
Yep.
and taking a focus.
Okay, so we'll
All
kind
right.
of see where Nim ends up here.
Yeah.
It's either going to leapfrog everybody and be in Lovrick's arc, or he's going to bump and be in Big's arc.
All right, so advanced sensors to barrel roll. Man, if Nim can get in right behind these guys and drop a bomb, ugh.
Yeah, it'd be brutal.
Three bank towards the middle.
Yeah, Dion is kind of hedging his bets a little bit here, having Lowrick point one way and Jess and Biggs point the other way.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it. Try and make sure that you're always putting pressure.
And so we'll see that bomb get dropped here immediately. No hesitation about that.
Nope.
Kaboom.
Yes.
So we'll go
And
just
so
first.
who's going first? Looks
like Jess.
Jess.
Oh, two. Man, I think Dion has hit 100% against himself with these bombs. She's going into shield into the hall on that one.
Then Lorik.
No,
No, it's Lowrick.
Two.
Two.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's brutal.
Good bombs.
That's out of it.
I used the special bombs.
Yeah, I don't think Biggs is going to hit that. Yeah, but, oh, man. I honestly, I think he's hit 100% on these bombs
that's-
against himself. It is rough.
That's tough. All right, so Jess here, 0 shields, 2 hull. Lowrick, I'm not sure. Did you see if damage cards got brought out for Lowrick?
I don't think they did.
I'll have to go double check
Yeah,
that. I have him at
double check.
6 hull, no shield, but could be wrong. We have Nim checking arc here. Just on the corner of Biggs. Looks like they've got it though.
Really?
One.
Now I see 2 dice out there. Oh, could be, if it was out of arc, it could be Auto Blaster or something. I'm not entirely sure what happened there.
Alright, I got distracted with the bomb, rolling the dice, and missed my ray trigger. Alright,
Yeah, the radar.
Looks like Lowrick will be lining up a shot here.
range 1.
Yep.
Him, Lorik.
Oh.
See a lot of paint.
3 and a crit.
Yeah, that looks like 4
That looks like 4
damage.
hits.
Turn though. Huh? It's gonna cost me. It's gonna. No.
Man, Dion's dice are just on fire.
Yeah, for-
Unfortunately, he's having to use them against himself
for
as much as the
himself,
opponent,
exactly.
but his dice are on fire.
Okay, so
Looks like nothing. Looks like a focus.
we'll see if Lowrick is
Nim.
Nim. I think is going to be down to 1 here.
Oh, there's a crit there.
No, Nim. I'll go check the damage. Nim might still be a 3. I'll check Lowrick. Yeah, I'll be right back.
So certainly a bloody swing there. We'll kind of see how all the damage is shaken out because certainly there's been a bunch that's been taken. So we'll get that update from John, and then kind of going forward. I mean, I feel that Nim needs to. You know, it's kind of hard. I feel like maybe Nim's going to push forward a little bit, drop another bomb, and target Lodrick there. I think Jess and Biggs just kind of need to turn around, so they're probably just going to do 4Ks. Try to re-engage.
Would you mind scattering your dial?
I mean, truly, Nim could kind of go anywhere. I think that she wants to try and, or he, whatever Nim is, I think Nim wants to try and be able to drop a bomb that's going to affect Lodrick. I have to assume he's pretty damaged at this point. So once we get those damage estimates, or I should say not estimates, the actual damage in, that will probably affect our prediction here a little bit. Here comes John.
Okay, so Jess is down 1 hull. Lowrick is down 2 hull. Biggs is down 2 hull. Nim is down 2 hull. And the crit is the one where all turns are red.
Okay. So Lowrick still got 4 hit points?
I believe so.
Okay. And Biggs has got 1. Jess has got 2.
Biggs has 1 and integrated.
Fair enough. So effectively 2. Fair enough. Yeah, so I think Nim's best bet is to push forward enough where if Dion does those 4Ks with Jess and Biggs to not be in arc and range, I should say, of those ships after that, and drop a bomb and hope to just hit Lorik. I think that's the best bet there. Just get far enough away from Jess and Biggs when they do their K turns, because I don't know that there's anything else that he's going to do with those ships, and try to punch through some more damage on Lorik.
Okay, so tail and roll instead of K turn.
I mean,
That's
potato.
Same thing, absolutely.
Turn around, do a 180.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay, activating Biggs first. 4K, like you thought.
He might have been afraid that Jess's 4K might have gotten in the way of Biggs making his 4K.
Yeah, I can see that. And then Lorik just 4 straight.
Ah, interesting. Okay. I guess just hoping that Nim is going to overshoot him, and he's got that 180 arc.
Yeah.
And he's far enough towards the edge of the board that it might be harder for him to be impacted by a bomb.
I'm going to go backwards.
Marcel is just wandering around
He's like
aimlessly.
aimless. Just looks like a drunk college student wandering around the comic book aisles here. Said you look like a drunk college student wandering around the comic book aisles. Yeah, Tayo's hungover. You just look drunk. Okay, so Nim ended up doing it looked like a 2 bank.
Yeah, so
Dropped a bomb before he moved,
Yeah.
which will definitely hit Jess and Biggs.
and barrel rolled before all
So
of
here's
that.
here's Biggs. Oh, that he might not have hit 100. I think that's only one hit and a focus.
He's dead, right? Can you draw their fire
I think
If it is a hit, though,
it hits the integrated if it is.
Yeah.
Poor unlamented Biggs.
No, it's 2.
a major explosion.
We gotta do it. It's in the rules. It's fair. It was only a minor.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Biggs is
so
out.
Biggs is out.
Wow. And Jess 1, I think,
Dion
or 0.
throws up his hands because nothing went through.
Yeah, I
believe.
think that was 0. Finally, I think he finally didn't hit himself with a bomb. Yeah, no one's got a shot.
Wow. Okay. So close game here.
Yeah, really close.
Things have definitely
It's been very swingy.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. It felt like it was kind of in Dion's favor initially, just because I don't know that Dengar really wanted to be quite so aggressive right off the get, and take that much damage, but it certainly kind of feels a little different now. So Dion still has to get through 3 hit points, I think, on them, right?
That's right.
But these bombs are just doing work.
Yeah, so did Dion misplay last turn? I mean, Lorik was out of it. Jess was out of it.
I mean,
there wasn't much he could have done with Jess and Biggs differently.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where those ships were going to end up, regardless of whether he did a K or just did maneuvers. That's where those ships were going to end up. It just happens that Nim turned in. If Nim had gone straight, it would have been a different thing, because then Lorik would have gotten a shot. But
with all the shenanigans that Nim is pulling with the advanced sensors to reposition.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tough turn of events for Dion. We'll see if he can get those arcs pointed back around and recover here. Nim is sort of maybe a bit out of position now.
I don't know, though, because you poop out another bomb, and Jess is going to have to do some dancing.
Yeah,
so
maybe Jess can't turn
Jess
in
might
here.
not be able to really do anything. She might just have to go like 1 forward and clear that stress and come around whatever bomb that gets dropped there. I mean, you really feel the impact of the possibility of having a bomb get put right in your face. It really messes with your plan.
Yeah.
Nothing from a dead ships.
It's like having an floating obstacle that you just never know where it's going to show up. And the way Dion is rolling against himself with those stupid bombs. I mean, there you go. The 1 straight. 2 straight. Clear that stress.
There's stress.
There are 23 minutes left in the round. So people are commenting that that bomb was going to hit no matter what. So just based on where they were and where Nim was, there was no avoiding that
Yeah,
bomb.
I feel like Jess and Biggs were going to be there no matter what. There was no not having Jess and Biggs get affected by that bomb.
That's right.
Even if they went 1 forward, they were still getting affected by that bomb.
That's right.
A range 1 bubble is a pretty big bubble.
Yep. So Lowrick just nice and easy, taking a 1 bank near the edge of the board.
Going to try and barrel roll anyone.
So Nim doing a barrel roll.
Getting right up there against the asteroid.
Probably out of range.
And drop a bomb, because why not?
Why not is right. I think Jess will be out, but sometimes it just clips by a corner. It's worth it. I mean, there's no opportunity cost to not drop it.
Yeah.
You might as well.
I don't think we got.
Nope.
You get some free information as well,
Yeah,
just seeing how far
absolutely.
it is. Any excuse to measure, a lot of the top players will take that.
Yep.
Oh, well, that can also be smoke. Smoke is definitely accurate.
All right, so getting close to 20 minutes here. Dion already has 57 points gone from John's list. John has taken out, let's see, only 14. Oh, no, 14 plus.
Plus Biggs.
Plus Biggs,
So
so
28 probably, right?
20
with integrated and
26 on
26.
Biggs, plus 14 on Rex is 40. Yes.
I don't do math. That's
So,
late at day.
So
That's
Dion,
what cell phones are for.
so Dion is ahead, and maybe just planning to run away for 20 minutes.
I mean, maybe. Doesn't really seem like Dion, but maybe. There's not enough writing on this, I don't think, for him to do that, but.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that that could be interpreted as less than sportsman-like decision.
I think not that it's unsportsman, it's just I think he wants to play.
Yeah.
Action.
If it was a bigger event, if the national championship was on the line, I think he would certainly consider stalling for 20 minutes, but so it looks like he's just kind of skirting the edge of that board.
Yeah, you don't see him turning in. The
He
stall.
might just be
The
kind of
stall-
trying to see where Nim's going to end up, if she's going to
Yeah.
go left or right, and kind of judge it by that. Or he could prove me wrong, and he's just going to Indy 500 around the edge of the board for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah. All right. We have the 2 bank from Nim. Nim is wanting to get turned around here, using those long-range scanners, get a target lock on Jess.
But in doing so, I would give up those so that's kind of a catch-22 for me. So I probably don't do that. I probably just go with the turtle.
Zoom, we're back at tiles again.
Yeah, it looks like no shots here. looks like Marcel's game just finished up. We'll have to see what the results are from that.
Sorry? Oh, I agree. I'm the one that passed out on the match flips every round. I know they were set up poorly.
Just gonna go 2 forward.
Okay, so seems like Dion is still continuing to skirt this edge.
Call Me Babs on the Twitch chat was asking what happened with the attendance. So last year we got in the 60s in attendance. This year we got 36. And I think people's thinking is that there are just way more store championships around this year.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
so-
there's over a dozen in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
And this is at the tail end of the season. People that have been doing those store championships every week almost might be a little bit ready to take a break right before Gen Con, honestly.
Yeah. I don't
There
thi-
could be the flip, and there's people that want that extra practice before Gen Con. But
Yeah, and people just aren't as willing to travel. If there's a store championship closer to them, they'll just go to that and
Yeah.
kind of get their fill.
I agree.
So this certainly isn't a bad turnout. 36
No.
is certainly a healthy number. And,
Yeah. It's kind of what I was expecting. I was expecting around 40.
yeah, and it's kind of a good number to run a tournament at because it's not so big that it gets cumbersome, but it's big enough that you do see some variety and you do see some. I mean, you see the best players be able to show their talents for 5 rounds
Yep.
and rise to the top and see if they can make the cut. So
Absolutely. It's a tough cut.
yeah, that's right. What we had 2 undefeated going into this round.
I have
Is that right?
no idea.
Something like that.
As the person that entered all of the results and posted the
Right.
leaderboard, I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Goes to show you how much I pay attention to that. Okay, so Dion's finally turning in a little bit here.
Yeah, and Nim is starting to come around.
Yeah,
So this might be an opportunity for Nim to set up a cruise missile shot.
maybe.
If he can rush in and
We'll see.
get off cruise missiles, that could take Jess out.
Yeah, or Dion might literally just be lapping this map.
Gosh, kind of looks like it. Down to 15 minutes to go.
Yeah. Might just start lapping this mat here. Nim does have that advantage of the barrel roll to potentially cut through those rocks a little bit more effectively than Dion can.
Yeah, that's true. Jess can boost, but other than that, not really the most maneuverable ships.
So we'll see what happens here.
Are you looking forward to Gen Con in a couple weeks?
Always. Gen Con is a blast.
What games are you looking forward to there?
Nothing related to Fantasy Flight, actually.
Okay.
There's a handful of games that we will always pull out of our closet and play at Gen Con. So that's usually
Right.
the only time of the year that we pull out certain board games with people. So those are
Awesome.
the ones that I'm looking forward to.
That's right. You guys have a group that you usually try to meet up with. Is that
Yeah,
right?
we have we have, friend in Ohio, we have a friend in Orlando, a friend in Kansas.
Awesome.
So we're all one of our friends' brothers who's come with us the last few years. He lives in Seattle. So we're all kind of coming together a little bit early.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it'll be fun. We get a couple extra days. Because it always, especially because we all like different games.
Yeah.
And kind of spread out and do different events at Gen Con because that's the whole point. But it just means we don't really get to spend as much time together during the day. So
Yeah.
we figured we'd extend it by 2 days, realistically, is kind of how it's playing out. And
Awesome.
it'll be great. We got a big house. gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of board games all over the place.
Lots of nerdy fun. I mean, that's the best part about these big conferences and conventions, just like
Absolutely.
bringing people together and an excuse to do some of your favorite activities.
Yeah, absolutely. Slowly lapping around here. Definitely looks like Dion is just running this clock out.
I think so, and it's not a bad strategy.
It's not, and I don't blame. Honestly, given that it's round 5 as well, I don't necessarily blame him for not wanting to just make a stupid mistake and cost him the match.
Yeah, the only reason I'm surprised is Dion already has 1 loss in this tournament, and so I'm surprised he's not really just going all out for the MOV.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Because it is going to be tight, so depending on where his MOV was.
definitely, and leaving 41 points on the board with Nim.
Yeah, that's a big gap.
Yeah, so I don't know where his positioning was before this, if he's confident enough that he has a chance to make the cut. We'll see. I guess, we won't know until this round is over.
Mm-hmm.
Action. Would be to
Got about 12 minutes left in the round. I think Rebels is probably the most popular faction around here today. What do you
Yeah,
think?
definitely seems like it. We've seen a couple of these Fairship Rebels builds already. I've seen a couple of ghosts out there. I've seen at least one, maybe a couple dash lists.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of
definitely.
Rebels. I mean, it is very varied. That sounds weird. Very varied.
Yes.
But very diversified. Let's do that.
Yeah.
But all 3 factions were represented here today, so that's. I mean, and I think Scum was probably the least,
Yeah.
which is shocking.
I know. It's good to see. Good to see
Yeah.
the variety.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty.
We got a couple Imperial lists on the stream, so,
Yeah, that was
so
great.
that's been nice.
Yeah. So we'll see if we might. No, we're getting close to in range here. So I think if Nim does an advanced sensor barrel roll on the next turn, Nim can kind of cut someone off at the pass. If he does that advanced sensor barrel roll and kind of comes up that little chute there.
Yeah, that's right. Marcel is nearby. Marcel, how'd your last game go?
You can talk into the mic, Marcel. You can pipe in.
Said good, 100 to 17.
Nice. Good job. We're watching Dion Indy 500 around the mat right now. He's up on points right now and kind of running around the map.
Yeah, he's just kind of playing keep away a little bit, trying to run the clock out. We think. It seems
like that's what he's
like
doing.
that's how it's going.
Yeah. I don't see any other reason to come 3/4 of the way around the map in a big circle other than to do that. So, but like I said, I think he's got to be careful now because Nim can definitely cut him off at the pass with that advanced sensor barrel roll.
Yeah, but we have Jess here just boosting around.
Yeah. Looks like Lorik's going to take that reinforce in the back.
I am going to barrel roll first.
All right.
There's that advanced sensor barrel.
Just like you said. And we'll see if he turns kind of towards Jess or just kind of runs forward towards Lorik.
I would think he would do a bank, like a 2-bank, to keep his options. Yep, but there you go.
Same move 3 times in a row.
Just to keep his options open there.
And so with a 3-speed maneuver, that's relevant for cruise missiles.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Alright, start combat. Ready? Use your first.
Grab the focus for Lorik from Array.
And here we go. Some blood might be drawn again here. Jess has only got that 1 hit point, so that's who he wants to target. If he gets Jess, that's a
I
ooh
think that's just a primary weapon attack. And
2.
spending the target lock for
So Dion needs a.
Target lock
one
was on
evade.
the
I
other ship.
It was an evader of
So
focus.
we'll just remove the one because it came back.
I
as
don't know
a,
if Lowrick can help out right
So
now.
it just went to a nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Are we okay?
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Maybe.
Sorry. Target lock on the wrong ship. Alrighty.
No, wait a minute. The target lock
No,
was
target
here.
was there.
I'm not really sure what's going on.
Okay, then we're good.
We're good. So, okay.
I thought it was there.
And that was.
But it like shifted back. See, you're the one who tried to move.
Kind of recreating their results here.
okay.
So
That's what you
Okay.
I don't know if they called someone over and
I'm
they're
not sure.
So there's
I think you just did.
crit, pop it,
and there's
And there goes Jess.
that's the result that we thought was happening, but I'm sure they
shot back.
got it all official.
Range dose. Take a stress from tactician. Okay.
Okay. So Lowrick taking a shot.
Then one.
1 damage coming in.
And
And 1 damage it will be.
I will take one.
all right, I will.
So now I think it's Nim's turn to run away.
Yeah, sure.
6 minutes left about.
All right, I'm just gonna run over and make sure I have the damage right because it's getting pretty close here. 6
It
minutes
is.
left in the round. I'll be right back.
So yeah, if we've got the damage right here, I think John needs to just kind of run away with Nim for these last few minutes of gameplay here. Probably just honestly, probably turn down towards us and come back the other way because Lowrick doesn't really turn around effectively. So there's no reason not to just make a right and come back around this way. That's what I would do.
All right, so the damage we have there is up to date.
Cool.
Lowrick at 4, Nim at 2.
Okay, so there goes Lowrick.
There goes Lowrick with his 180-degree arc. So we'll see. I mean, if Nim,
I was going to say, if Nim just turns right and comes back behind Lowrick and just turns away,
yeah,
this game is pretty much over. Because Lowrick can't turn around and Nim can just run the other way for the rest of the 5 minutes of this game. I'm not sure what Dion's thinking about here.
probably just actions reinforce or maybe which section to reinforce. Looks like
Front, it looks like.
reinforce on the front.
Okay. He's going for it.
Wow.
That's surprising.
Okay.
That's bad for Nim. Because I don't think Nim can get a shot. Even with the barrel roll. And
Takes
went
the-
over a rock, I
takes
guess?
the damage from the rock, I think.
Wow. And now Lowrick's going to have a free shot.
Start combat. I'll take the focus.
Yeah, because no actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Your shot first. If you got it.
That's a... Oh, and it might be range 1.
All right, range 2.
Quite a turn of
That's a
events
big
here.
turn there. That looks like 2 hits.
And that's game.
And that's it.
Wow.
Wow.
So it went from Dion running away.
To Dion losing
Yeah.
to Dion winning.
Wow. crazy end to the game.
That was a very wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I did not think it was going to play out this way.
Not
but,
at all. I mean,
wow.
happy for Dion. Good job, man. But yeah, I don't know that you should have won that.
At least not in that way.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
3 minutes left in the round. You thought he was just gonna run away. I don't.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't. I wonder if he just didn't see the ability to make that hard turn right and come behind Lowrick and just ignore him for the rest of the game. Maybe he didn't realize he was ahead on points and just didn't think, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, or just misread where Lowrick was gonna end up.
I mean, I don't know that he ends up anywhere but going forwards. He's Lowrick. So, well, it was a good day.
Absolutely.
We appreciate everybody for joining us on the Twitch chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our commentating today. We will be back tomorrow for the
That's
top
right.
4